It was after college that I came back and I just had to get plugged in somewhere. So I ended up joining the praise band, the praise team, got plugged in there, found other avenues to get plugged in within the church, joined a small group where we focused on men's fraternity. And I knew there was something beyond the walls of the church, and especially with COVID, but later on I changed jobs, started changing careers, went back to school, and found myself working in a skilled nursing facility. And it was in that moment we had a person actually from another church who was coming in on Sunday mornings to do a Bible study with the residents. And he had some health issues. He ended up discontinuing, and at that time I was kind of his worship leader. So I would play guitar or piano with him, and when he left there was this vacuum on Sunday morning. But I didn't know that God would have equipped me at that time for a place that he put me later on. And so in this vacuum, I thought, okay, we have to do some sort of devotional or some sort of Sunday morning message. And so I looked to like Bob Goff or other writers or even like Andy Stanley on how could I fill this gap. And it wasn't until I stumbled into the lay servant ministry that they've been speaking at other facilities that I was able to get the sermon outlines from the pastors. And I was able to take that, modify it, and use that as my Sunday morning message. And so from there, as we've been quarantined, COVID did hit our building, and I had to rethink, how can I still serve these people? How can I fill the spiritual gap? We ended up still having, I would sing and preach from the nurses' station, and everyone enjoyed having something. There's a book I read about a year ago, Visioneering by Andy Stanley, and he talks about how there's needs in the world, there's people that need to be served, and sometimes you have to open your eyes to see that. And then we have our own passions or things in our lives that drive us. And I think, when those intersect, when those come together, that's where you find your place in the world where you can serve. And so I think God has called me into, I guess, as Andy Stanley puts it, a God-ordained vision, and something I didn't even see on the horizon a year ago. And nobody saw COVID on the horizon a year ago. But seeing that need and having that passion to help and love and share God's love, I found myself leaning into that. And I think other people can find that where they're at, in the spaces they're in, and lean into that.